Welcome back, boys. Big weekend for the Spartan Dogs. They take out the school that likes to call us little brother. Maybe they should start calling us daddy. Also, big fantasy weekend. Not a lot of points being scored, but a lot of drama nonetheless. So let's get into it.
Fucking dogs, baby.
Fucking dogs, baby. First game we have up on the docket. We got FaZe Kev securing their first win to improve to 1-7, ending their 10-game losing streak as they took down the Philly Cheekles. And we have the owner of FaZe Kev, Kevin Harlington, in to join us. So, Kevin, why don't you tell us how this one went down?
Hello, boys. It's a pleasure to be on. As always, it's good to talk to you both. Obviously, this past week was a really tough week for the entire squad here. As I mentioned earlier in the group chat, me and the other owners and testers in the actual group had a sit down. We ultimately chose to run the boys all practice the entire week and not touch an entire ball until game day. So as you can see, that ultimate choice really helped to pay off, because when you have around half your starting team be around 20 to 25 points, excluding TJ Hawkinson, that's a really, really strong start to get off. So obviously, over this past week, I was also the highest scorer, and I had the QB of the week as well as the tight end of the week. So that being TJ Hawkinson and Josh Allen. So off the rip, I knew Blake was already going to be down pretty bad given his matchups. And you can add those on top of that, and that just makes the win a little bit sweeter. But I also have to give a shout out to Blake because he was a really tough opponent. Last night, I was sweating very, very much in the Kansas City game, but I'm very proud of the boys. It's really, really awesome to finally have this first win under our belt. But as everybody can probably guess, this upcoming week is all about Cooper, and that's where we stand as a ball club. So it's a great win. It's a great first win, hopefully the first of many, but we are on Cooper in this upcoming week.
Very well put. Very well put. You know, a lot of teams thought you might have been a little too aggressive coming in 1-7, dragging everyone about your big win here. What do you have to say about that, and what are your guys' expectations for the rest of the season as you sit here with your first win?
I would say that every line squirrel has to find a nut every now and then. If a person's on a 10-game losing streak and they finally win the first game, you have to let the person enjoy the win and bask in it, no matter how much shade is thrown and who is on the receiving end of that shade. So if any other person was in my place, I guarantee they would do the exact same thing. That's what I have to say on that front.
All right. I've got the question that's on everybody's mind here. What article did you find, and where did you find it? I'm just curious.
The article that I found was actually you cannot find. It was all up in the prop. Shout out to my scouting department. Shout out to the rest of my coaching staff and my scouting department. They're the ones that really held this team together, even though it was a 10-game losing streak. Everybody put us down. Everybody said, oh, Kevin's going in the lake this year. Boys, it's a long season. It's a very, very long season. So, again, I have to give major props to my players, the owners, the coaches, and everybody else involved in the entire week.
They're finding articles on the dark web over there. Maybe we should all be scared.
Bro, yeah, shit. I gotta search a little bit deeper on these webs, man. These web pages.
But there's an old saying: "The enemy of my enemy is my friend," and it was personally great over here at Texas High 10 Forest to see FaZe Kev get their first win against our rivals, Philly. So, props to you, Kev. Thanks for coming on the show.
Of course, boys. It was a pleasure, and as always, hey, let's go FaZe up, boys. You can do it too. Thanks, boys. It was a pleasure.
See you, Kev.
Love to hear it. Swinging things over to the Philly Cheekles on the other side here. It was just a rough one. They ran into the Kiffin Award winner. That's just never a fun time. Herbert a little disappointing with only 14. Big day, though, from Jonathan Taylor again. He's started to look good. Unfortunately, they were not able to come up with the win against the Titans. Deebo Samuel down here also had a great day. 25 points beating the Bears, but it's the Bears. Makes it a little less impressive, but still good nonetheless. Only 5 out of everyone's least favorite tight end, Tyler Higbee. So that just all in all, just a really unfortunate week for them. They fall to 4-4, and based on this franchise history, definitely has a fan base a little nervous. All right, moving on. Game number 2, we have the Cleas Mafia getting their third Lemp Award of the season already, as they fall to the hands of DeezeNuts, improving their record to 6-2 and taking outright first place in the East. And the craziest thing about this is they did it without even having a quarterback. Dak Prescott named out. This was the Sunday night game. So
Sunday night game, yeah.
So he was pronounced out late Sunday night, and Noah did not have time to get a replacement. And if we look back, this has happened before. Tyler had a loss last year to Matt, and Matt had Lev Bell in the game, and he wasn't even playing either. So that's just not a good trend you want to see if you're Cleas Mafia. Carter had another great day here for DeezeNuts, getting 32 against Cincinnati. Big upset there. No one really saw that one coming. Godwin got 28 against the Saints, even though they were able to come up with the win. Nice day from DK, getting 19 here. And they did enough to squeak out the win for themselves against a poor Cleas Mafia team this week.
Matt Ryan, Swift, stonks. Ouch. Top 3, not getting it done for you. AJ Brown, though, scroll down a little bit more. Great day, put up 30 points. It's exactly what you want to see from your wide receiver 1. Move 1 down, Manuel Sanders, goose egg. Not what you want to see. And then if you keep scrolling, it doesn't get much better than that. Yeah, as you pointed out already, this is the second time that this franchise has lost to one of the Evans scholars without somebody in their starting lineup. Yeah, Matt had IR to Lev Bell last year, and Noah was just like, fuck it. I don't even need to pick up Daniel Jones for Monday night. I can beat him with Dak Prescott in the lineup. I don't give a shit.
Not even
So this is not or Cooper Rush. But this is again one of those games for Cleas Mafia. What'd you say, 3rd Lemp Award this year?
Third
already?
Lemp Award of the year already, or 8 weeks in. Also,
they're gonna need to try to
by quite a bit too.
Yeah, they're gonna have to change something over there. Something, it hasn't been working so far.
We'll see if they're able to do that, or if they'll truly be playing in the toilet bowl with a major threat going in the lake. All right, that brings us to our 3rd game. Yours truly, Texas size 10-4s. We were not very healthy this week. We did not have a great week, but we were able to squeak out the win, 107-99 over FrancyFeast. Stafford had a great day, 28 against the Texans. Standard stuff for him. A little bit of a rough performance from our running backs. James Robinson got hurt, so that kept him at 5. Chuba Hubbard, 14. Okay day. Really rough day for Mike Williams. When he busts, man, he busts hard, 2.9. Kelsey had a really rough day. He had 1.7 with a fumble. But more positive note, Van Jefferson, we picked him up on a 1-day contract. He impressed us. We'll see if he gets the call back this week, but we were very happy with his fill-in, getting a nice 13. Melvin Gordon, kind of a quiet day in real life, but he got 2 touchdowns. That's good for 17 points. And we were able to get the win. We're going to take this one and run with it, move on. We should be getting more healthy next week. We might even get McCaffrey back. So we'll take this win. We're just going to try to keep rolling with it, not getting too far ahead of ourselves.
So Derrick Henry just got ruled out for around 6 to 8 weeks. We hope that he has a speedy, healthy recovery. Football is just way better when Derrick Henry's playing, so we hope the best for him. And Matt also had a little sneaky Randall Cobb sighting this week. 3 receptions, 2 tuds. That was a nice little sneaky play there from Matt. But other than that, like, I mean, his team didn't necessarily play all that bad. You're getting a tud from Mike Evans, a couple tuds from Randall Cobb. The big boys really didn't come to play with this week with Kyler Murray having a bad game against Green Bay, and yeah, Derrick Henry playing with a broken foot. Yeah, they said he broke it like midway through the game or something. He still finished the game, but just not enough to get over a poor performance from the Texas size 10-4s. And injuries are really starting to pile up on this team now, as they've been really going through it this year.
Yeah, injuries piling up and 4 straight losses. Just not a good combination.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if they're able to save their season. All right. 4th matchup. We got Leeroy Jenkins improving to 6-2, taking first place in the West as they defeat Cleveland Steamers 132-102. Tom Brady looking ageless. He is currently QB1, folks, at 44 years old. Now, they do have a bye next week, which will give Josh Allen a week to catch up to him. But either way, he's either 1 or 2 right now, which is kind of mind-boggling. I'm surprised he can even still walk. And then also, big day out of Aaron Jones Thursday night. They really needed him to beat the Cardinals because they had almost everyone missing. Big day out of Najee Harris taking down Cleveland. Van Jefferson a little disappointing. Kyle Pitts a little disappointing. But they're quite happy with this win, I'm sure. I'm sure no one's going to complain about first place.
And this is just we faced Adam again here, and it was just another week where it felt like we couldn't get a lot of bounces to go our way. I remember I was watching the Steelers-Browns game, and there was a sequence where Steelers get down in the red zone. Big Ben throws one to my boy Deontay Johnson, cooks a corner on the route, throws it at his feet. Next play, Najee Harris gets the ball, touchdown. It's like, God damn it, dude. This, again, one of those weeks. Got to shout out Leeroy Jenkins, though. First in the West, quite an accomplishment. They got a great squad over there. But yeah, dude, we also want to kind of put a petition out to cancel all 4 p.m. games going forward. We got absolutely cooked on the 4 p.m. games, man. We had Scary Terry, Noah Fant, and Big Lenny going, and they all combined for like 14.5 points. We just can't be having that. So yeah, they're all going to be riding the bench next week. That can't happen. That's unacceptable. But we also need to take a little bit of ownership here as a GM in the front office. We definitely fucked up on the special teams play of the week. Everything was pointing go with the Panthers, and we let our emotions get into it and play the Cardinals. I just had a feeling that if I didn't play the Cardinals on Thursday night, with all the shit that was going on in Green Bay, they were just going to light the Packers up, and I was going to get double fucked. So we fucked up there, but we got a big stretch of the year coming up. Lost 2 big games here, but we're going to pretty much have to run the table here if we want to make the playoffs. So we know what the stakes are, and we need some people to start stepping up.
Very well said. And that will bring us to our 5th and final game of the week. The GOAT KD gets it done yet again. They improved to 3-5 with a 137-101 victory over Pams.
Big day from the wide receivers here on team number 7. Tyreek Hill, 25.4 points, as he was as he was really one of the only people getting open in the Chiefs game. And Keenan Allen also had a big day, scoring around 20 points there for Coop. And yeah, Bob Tonyan, unfortunately, the MRI came back. He has a torn ACL, done for the season. Again, we wish him a fast and healthy recovery, and hope that he'll be ready to go next season. And yeah, so the rest of Coop's team was able to, put together a solid week. Everybody, played their role for Coop. Kamara, not quite the 30 points that he was able to put up last week, but they really didn't necessarily need that saving grace performance this week. I think Coop will be pretty happy with the 16 and the tud from his star running back.
Agreed. On the flip side here, we have the Pams putting up a measly 101. They fall to 5-3. First off, Taylor Heineke, just a rough day, 14 points, but that includes 4 turnovers. That would be good enough to earn him a pink slip this morning as Pams went and dropped him immediately. And then big thing for Lamp was Zeke, Cook, and Thielen all playing in the same game. First off, the Vikings only scored 1 touchdown in the game. Thielen did get it, so he did get the points from that. With Zeke without a touchdown, they only scored 20. Just a low-scoring game altogether. It kind of cost them there. No real high scores from there. You really need more than 40 from these 3 guys. And then Kupp had another nice day. He continues to be one of the best fantasy receivers in the league. Then a few low scores at the bottom. Most notably, Devontae Smith only 2.5, and the Buccaneers defense only 7 as they lost to the Saints. So it was a rough run for the Pams. They got a big matchup coming up this week, though, so they'll have to right the ship. And that brings us to the Week 9 schedule. So like I just said, first matchup, Texas has 10-4 is taking on Pams. Both teams 5-3. Big matchup. Pams really needs to bounce back. This could end up being a division eliminator game. So definitely a big game for both teams. Second matchup, this is definitely more so a division elimination game, I would say. FrancyFeast 4-4 taking on Cleveland Steamers 4-4. FrancyFeast needs a big bounce back. They've lost Derrick Henry. We'll see if they're able to get it done. Nick, what's your message to your team going into this week?
We got to win. Nothing else to it.
Well said. Third matchup. DeezeNuts 6-2 sitting atop the East. They look to hold on to that. So Philly Cheekles, they fall 4-4. They're looking to get their season back on track, not have it end up as years prior have. Cleas Mafia sitting at a miserable 2-6, lowest points in the league by far at the moment. They go up against Leeroy Jenkins, the top dog in the West. See if they're able to pull out that upset. And then FaZe hot off their first win of the year, going up against the GOAT KD. We had a nice one this week as well. Let's see who's able to get it done in that one. Quick look at the standings here. I don't want to hear any more talk about how weak the East is. We have a full 6 more wins than you guys over there in the West. So I don't want to hear it. Let's just leave it at that.
History shows the East is weak. Don't get me started with your, what is it, 8-week sample size over a 5-year sample size?
Yeah, but this is about this year, and I don't think there's enough interdivisional games for you guys to catch up. But we'll have to see.
Congrats, I guess.
All right. That's it for us this week. Have a good week, boys. See you next week. Make sure you bring your A games this week. And go green, as always.
Go white, baby.